Penn Manor League of Legends, where we have a. This time we're playing a game on the high school esports league, and this league where we have our entire rookie team in this time, just to have something a little bit different. So if you're joining us, this will be a young team. We have Mackenzie playing in the mid lane, Sadie at the top lane. We have Max in the jungle. We have Charlotte, who is support, and Emily as our ADC. So yeah, so this is kind of where we're at. So let me go ahead and we're gonna. I don't need the timer on that, and we should be good to go. All right, good. All right, let's see how our team is doing here. So we coming in. You can see the lineup coming in. So they're a young team, and they're going to do the best they can. And you'll see that we are setting up just around the I guess the red buff on our side. So a little bit of poking going on, a little bit of just scouting out and lining up along the edge of the river, and we'll go from there. All right, so we'll see how they do against this team. This team has a lot of people playing bronze and silver. Our team hasn't had too much ranked experience. Some of them are being fairly new players and young players into the actual match here. But we'll see that Rain is being poked at right here on line. I don't know what she's doing, just standing there. Maybe she's actually fighting back, but she really needs to get into the... wow. She manages to get out there, but it's a close one. And that's a recall for her. So definitely some pain there for her. And that's why she's hating this matchup. She mentioned earlier on going into this match that she's a little bit dreading playing against Darius Top, but we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. So, all right, so we are focusing in mid lane. You'll see that the blue team has gotten their buff, and as we pull out our buff as well. And so Mackenzie's kind of rotating. Started in the bottom side jungle. That means open. The top side jungle is pretty open right now, and you see that it's kind of where they're at. So Burrito Bug and Willow, that's Emily and Charlotte down in the bot lane, who are kind of holding the lane kind of in the middle at this point. No reason to push it too closely because, after all, not a lot to do right now early on, especially with Max kind of rotating into the top. All right. So Set having a little bit of trouble against the Darius, which she kind of suspects. So she's just going to have to play a little bit careful. She's not real ready for it. All right, you can see the mid lane is kind of shoved up. Mackenzie's doing a nice job pushing into the mid lane. She, of course, goes under the name Empirephy. So I might be pronouncing that name wrong. Marchese, of course, is our jungle. So Rain kind of there. She's really getting eaten by this guy, and Mackenzie trying to give some damage to it, but they push to it, and but we'll see how they do to get out of it. So notice in low, but they managed to pull out of it, and they get out of that tight situation fairly well. But again, Darius kind of pushing up and definitely has control of the top lane. Mid lane seems to be a little bit more in control of Mackenzie's line, and it looks like our bot lane's pushed back up fairly hard. So it looks like our mid lane is winning, but the rest a little bit lighter here. You'll see that the blue jungle, is kind of rotating into our camp, so we'll see how Mackenzie does handle that. Obviously is aware of them moving in, as you can see there. And we'll see if he's able to actually pull and push that out. You'll see Set trying to rotate out, trying to come in. Kills remain at 0-0. And Set is able to get out. And you'll see that they are stealing some of Mackenzie's camps that he's just kind of letting go. So I guess the roosters there were kind of taken. Burrito Bug, low in health, probably should recall, but maybe she has a reason or thinks that she can actually do it without recalling here in just a little bit. Penn Manor right now, the core, you'll see that there's a difference in gold up at the top there with about a 7K gold to about 5.5. And basically what this really means is simply that the blue team is farming a lot better than Penn Manor is. And so Penn Manor has some good communication going on here. Right now the kill stand is 0-0. And there's about a 1K gold lead. Not astronomical this early on, but every little bit of gold advantage helps. So if Penn Manor can actually do something with that,
you make
we'll
your choice.
So
Anarchy. You can't run.
yeah, so some so let's see how we go here. Penn Manor again, kind of being pushed back in the bottom side, being pushed up in the top side. And Rain has to be very careful at the top because Brandon Perkins, a pretty strong player here, at least comparatively to Penn Manor. All right, so here we are. It is 1-0. Of course, the Sadie being taken out in the top lane. And they are pushing the bot lane. So this team's doing a good job of applying pressure into the bot lane, making it somewhat difficult for Burrito Bug and for Willow to kind of have any sort of... well, it's a challenge for them, no doubt. All right, so here we're at, still in the bot lane here, focused in the bot lane, and you'll see that Set in the top lane, kind of trying to hold his own. Our lanes are being pushed back pretty hard right now, and you'll see that the gold league has risen to about a 3K gold lead. Again, the one death certainly playing into that, and you'll see that they are now in the dragon pit as well, potentially working toward dragon with their jungler. I don't know if the jungler can solo the dragon, but we're going to find out. Mackenzie coming in, maybe either to help or to make him aware, but you'll see that they did take the dragon themselves. So Graves pretty strong right now as he's kind of working there. And Mackenzie's just continuing to do a little bit of jungle fight here. So Set again in the top lane, has to be careful. This matchup is not going her... It's not going her way, really. So she has to be really careful and play really safe here. A little bit of... They're able to push in the lane just a little bit here, and we'll see what transforms in this as far as it being kept. So we have a little bit of a rooting action going on, but not too much beyond that. All right, and so you can see in the bot lane, Charlotte and Emily pushing in and holding it about at mid, and top lane again, Rain having to be very careful. He's having suffered her second death here, and maybe soon a third. She has to be so careful about it. It's her third death, and all three deaths have happened on, well, mostly happened on her. It looks like Mackenzie also fell earlier on. But, it's a young team, and we'll make the bait. The game's far from over at this point. You can see the Gold League has traveled up to about 4K, so this is becoming a pretty big deficit. Not that that means everything. Obviously, there's some macro stuff that you need to work on, and we'll see if she can get out of this. She's working at getting out of it, and she is unable to. So that's a fourth kill going over to the blue team. Again, 2 kills in the mid, 2 kills in the top, so not overly fed, but enough. Certainly enough is a part of it. Alrighty. Mackenzie coming down to the mid lane. Mid lane's pretty open right now, trying to help a little bit with farm. Don't know if there'll be a battle in around the rift yet, but we'll see what happens here. So he's going up there to kind of put some pressure on Graves, but again, there's quite a level difference at this point. When you look at Rufus, who's 7, and Max, who's 6, there's a level difference. This is pretty hard. A lot of fighting going on there. Mackenzie kind of forced back to base here as they kind of try to hold the mid lane and try to keep that rocking on. All right, and another death. So you'll see that we have 3 deaths in the mid lane. Mackenzie's probably our youngest and newest player to the game, and this is her actual first match here. Finally, a kill back by Willow Tree, and it happens in the bot lane. So nice job, bot lane, for getting Penn Manor their first kill. All right, you'll see that there's a lot of push in the top lane for that guy's just in there working in the tower, doesn't care that Sadie's there protecting it, and we'll go from there.
Time to go.
All right.
Now there's a
So you see that the towers are being worked down. Penn Manor, all the towers, the blue team are at full health yet, whereas Penn Manor's towers are 3, 2, and what's the mid one there? And 2, exactly. So, and we'll just, yep. So this is a good experience for them. Trying to figure out how to navigate a game without Eric, who typically has been their strongest player, and we've kind of worked that. So we're going to continue to work at that and grow our strength and do as good as we can here. We did get, again, 1 kill, and that's a win, but still, a 5K gold difference is pretty monumental at this point. All right, so we'll see how this all goes. 1 plate left in the bot turret, and I believe Rift has not been dropped yet. And there's some movement in around the dragon, which I don't know that Penn Manor can or will contest that. The levels are just too different at this point. Two level difference there in the mid lane. In the jungle, 1 level difference, and a 2 level at the top. Close in the bottom, both supports are level 7, and both ADCs at 7. So bot on paper is kind of holding the best at this point. All right, so it looks like Blue's going to get their second jungle here, and Rain, again, having to be really careful about this because she just has no recourse here. Now, she does have the tower to kind of hold her, but that's about it. As we have as Mackenzie kind of dies there in a fight around the dragon, but not really strong. All right, you'll see.
Somebody go top.
So we have the first tower destroyed. Top's going to be destroyed probably pretty soon, and mid is low as well. And again, Penn Manor struggling to really have any sort of recourse here in the game. So, now we're at a 10K goal lead with 7-1 deaths, 2 towers taken, and Penn Manor is going to struggle to really come back in this game. That's just the reality of it. But again, this is a good game. We'll see what it does. Top's going to be destroyed here. Rain really needs to get out of this. We'll see if she is able to. She's kind of held back to the tower, and I don't know if she's going to be able to get out of it. Probably not. So it's kind of a free gank there, and the Herald kind of is doing his thing, and they might even get a second tower. They certainly will get a hit off the tower, and maybe that's all they need to get at this point.
You made your choice.
So we'll see. There's two here. We'll see how they pull out of that, and it could be a kill. So not good for them. It's definitely a rough game. A rough game for Penn Manor. But again, he has some players that have just started playing, so it's not an excuse, but just it's a reality that the more hours you put into the game, the better you are at the game. 9-1 in kills up at the top. You'll see that we are now at a 12k gold deficit, and yep, you'll see that that's kind of where we're at. And that's just the reality. All right. So in the bot lane, you can see all the towers have been taken except for the center tower, where there is a it's about at a quarter health, maybe a little bit more than a quarter health. And Mackenzie, well, Twitch is actually doing some defense of that. I think that's actually Emily playing Twitch here. And we'll see what they can do.
One strike.
Coward. This is rebellion.
You're welcome. A master stroke. Time to go. Hi! I'm gonna want that back.
Not gonna win. Try to have micro achievement.
I know.
You are my I smell blood.
Can we just clear those minions and then see if we can push bot?
Bunny bounce.
It's me!
Choice.
Look inward.
I am with thee.
Bleed for your king.
Page.
Mind and body.
No shadow without light.
Yeah, that's why it's like
I'm sorry.
There's a smell you can smell.
183. Run, coward. And get
got out to use their ult. Kenzie, can you help me here? Yeah. Just take minions for now. Don't worry about her. Move in.
Here's something that won't wash off.
Fascinating. Rest now. I can bear it. Red team's turret has been destroyed. Dominating.
She's much better than me. If there's choice about like the story, I'm pretty sure she'll be able to win the game.
I want that back.
Double kill.
If I could have the team just gather around, we're going to talk a little bit.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah.
Watch and learn.
So we knew.
Discharged. Double kill.
Reality. I wanted this game didn't matter of course
Red
standing.
team's inhibitor has been destroyed. Be free.
Because we're pretty far down the stand. We aren't gonna like
Mating time.
get ahead of the game. All you guys playing. It was Mackenzie's game. Right.
You made your
You know, so
choice.
This happened, right? And the play.
You can't run.
The other one was banned.
At their heels.
I mean, part of that's just learning it. And maybe not absolutely. I heard you talking about the first week even. I started, you're like, this is not going to go well.
Where are you going?
And so part of that is just learning
Next.
to, handle that. And, so I wouldn't be hard on yourself. You're still new to the game. Like, you think about it.
They were all
No escape.
Right. Yeah, so, I mean, they put many more hours into the game than you
there was
put.
like a 300 something.
Yeah. So, I mean, regardless, you'll get there. You aren't there yet. I mean, you'll get there. Let's not try to make it, it's not trying to make an excuse. I mean, there were decisions that, micro decisions that you guys were making.
All in.
Losing the game that they weren't making. And, and it really started even before the first kill. We were about
Death is drawn to
2,000
life.
goals ahead.
I was hiding.
You're working on the thing that's pretty late. You're working on other farming skills and that sort of so not a big deal. It's frustrating. You get
A master
tilted
stroke.
in a game when you're trying to stay alive. You can get frustrated when you
I'll be right under the
make this quick. But there's some time to practice here before next season, and we can breathe and just continue to work on improving our skills and continue to play at home and continue to practice. So. You did the best you can in the situation. We're going to kind of, you know some things that you did that you may want to work on, and these are things that you can bring into your practices. Tomorrow we are having one of the esports learning labs that we typically have, so during the second block. And we are working, all of you have computers at home. I know that you have internet access issues sometimes, right? That issue?
After watching the news, because I get my phone hotspot, it's quite strong and that strong. But he has internet issues now because he only uses
I can't play
it.
my home house.
Yeah.
The reason I'm asking is we got dropped off today a fairly nice computer. One of the old athletic directors new in box, and I was thinking like one of the issues we have is that Izzy plays literally just here, and she doesn't have a computer at home. And so I was thinking, I want to talk to some of the other coaches, but I was thinking we might shuttle it her direction. That way she can play at home, so it's more than just playing here. Because playing just here can't get very far in the world. So.
That's the same thing we're playing once a week.
True. Yeah, I know.
I mean, I can play people just always have internet issues.
I mean, we'll roll with what we can here, but.
And I mean, if it's over the weekend, then every other weekend I just can't.
Right.
Yeah.
We roll with it. We'll work with it, do the best we can, and we'll play here tomorrow, and we'll practice Wednesday, and we'll practice Thursday.
But it was hard to line up. Well, they can line up. The schedule is weird. It's month.
Yeah. All right. So very good. Nice job, and
Yeah.
Do you want Bob to name this up, or are you okay with your friends?
Yeah, mine was right.
I